Welcome to our video series, 21 Days of Prayer and Fasting with Harvest Ridge. Hey, I wanted to tell you how this happened. I was reading my Bible one day on my couch, and I read Hebrews chapter 1, and I thought to myself, I would love to take a minute and share some thoughts on this passage with our church family. And that's what led us to do these 21 days of videos, is to help us to connect together as a church around the scriptures we're reading together. Today is Hebrews chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. In the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets, and many times in various ways. But in these last days, he has spoken to us through his Son, whom he has appointed the heir of all things, and through whom he also made the universe. The Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by his powerful word. And I wanted to just simply make 5 statements about Jesus that this passage clearly makes. Number 1, Jesus is a better revelation. In the past, God spoke through prophets in many ways and many efforts and communications, but these days, he has spoken to us by a Son. So Jesus is an actually better representation of who God was and a better word from God. The second thing, Jesus is the heir of everything. That means all things in heaven and earth will be his. One day, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess to Jesus. So Jesus is a better revelation. He is the heir of everything. Number 3, he is the creator of the universe. Remember in Genesis 1:1, God is stated to be the creator. Here in Hebrews 1, we find out Jesus is the creator. So the writer of Hebrews is actually calling Jesus God. The last thing, or number 4, is Jesus is the representation of who God is. These are the verses that caught me. He is the radiance of God's glory. So like the sun gives off light and heat. I know this is a bad analogy, but I have to make it. So Jesus is the very substance of God being radiated on us. And then in the Greek, it says, he is the exact representation of his being. In the Greek, it says that he is the character of his substance. So when you see Jesus, you see God. And when you see God, you see Jesus. What that means is Jesus is who God is, his character, who he is. And last of all, Jesus is the sustainer of all things. I want to invite you these 21 days to walk through these passages of Scripture with us, listen to the instruction, and be praying together for a revelation of who Jesus is. God bless you.